The time-honored tradition in sports is thinking that the refs are out to screw their team. Like every single fan and every single fan base thinks so, but the only difference is between every other team and Vikings fans is that we're right. We're correct. Officials are human. They make mistakes, but when they always cut in the same direction against the Vikings, it's a little much. And also, going back to last week, it feels like this happened 2 months ago, but remember the ref bodying Cam Beasley on what would have been an easy interception? Heineke gets bailed out for throwing into triple coverage on a day where Washington could literally not move the football. Hence, the Vikings had to come back and win. So that was the most egregious one. But from the Bills game, the worst call was the Gabe Davis catch. When the Bills were trying to get down and get that field goal to send it to overtime. There was a big-time play. There was a long catch, and everyone knew that he didn't catch the ball. Bills fans knew it. Vikings fans knew it. The Vikings sideline knew it. And even the Buffalo Bills knew it. Why do you think that they got up on the line so fast to run a play? And it's just so stupid. And the fact that how come, it's under 2 minutes, how come there was no official in the booth? Hey, pause. We need to take a look at that. There's nothing like that. They just they just let the Bills come up and run a play, which they weren't set, by the way. Whatever. But Pelissero, NFL Senior VP of Officiating Walt Anderson, told a pool reporter by Lindsey Jones that Bills wide receiver Gabe Davis's catch late in regulation would have been reversed to an incompletion if the replay official stopped the game, an admission that'd be a big deal if the Vikings had lost. So 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row, officiating errors. Probably should have cost the Vikings the game, but the Vikings we're just big, fat, hairy winning machines, and all we do is win, win, win no matter what. So 2 weeks in a row, we beat the other team, and we beat the refs. Because this should not happen. Like, in the offseason, the competition committee needs to look at this. Like, hey, official in the booth, if something is close in 2 minutes, don't let the other team just get up there and run a play, because after the Bills ran that play, they can't go back and change things, which is just... it's inexcusable. You have replay for a reason. These rules are here for a reason. Like, this is not Nam. There are rules here, man. But there's more. There's tons more. Lots of people pointed out that the Bills had 12 men on the field on the play where the Vikings had first and goal, and they stuffed Dalvin Cook. It's like, oh, yeah, it's pretty easy to play run defense when you have 11 men in the box. What the hell is this? Like, officials can't count? Suddenly, in a very high leverage situation, it's like, oh, you think this play might matter? Just a little bit. And of course, there was the Darisaw holding where he just kicked Matt Milano's ass and Milano fell down. And they even said it on the telecast. Daryl Johnson was saying, like, hey, when these edge rushes fall down, a lot of times the ref will just throw a flag because, oh, it's got to be holding. Yeah, oh yeah, it can't be that the player got his ass kicked by an elite all-pro left tackle or he just lost his footing. Can't be that. This was on 3rd and 5, wiped out a first down conversion. Vikings had to punt. So, yeah, that one's. The fact that this was like the 17th most egregious officiating error, it was just silly, man. There's others in the game. The Kendricks horse collar early on in the game where he was literally grabbing. He almost was grabbing Diggs by the ass. Like, he was grabbing Diggs by that lower plate that covers the lower back. Like, he was grabbing by that, but that is part of the shoulder pads and nameplate apparently. So stupid. T.J. Hawkinson got called for OPI in a whatever situation, and then he's being mugged all day long. You saw Dane Jackson holding on to him in the back of the end zone, and so this flew under the radar. But if you're watching, the Bills tackles would consistently be getting a quarter-second jump on the snap. Now, is it something that happens every single game? Yes, but if it happens over and over and over again, the refs at least have to talk to him, be like, hey, you're going a little bit soon. If you do it again, I'm going to call it on you. But they let it happen. Hence why the tackles were able to get into their sets a little bit faster than Za'Darius and Danielle Hunter could get there, right? And also, like we said, on the play right after the Gabe Davis non-catch, they weren't set. And the Bills, in their hurry-up offense, were very rarely getting completely set. And also Dawson Knox was getting a bunch of false starts or jumping off the line, especially on that one where he had a conversion on a drag route. So it's just, so these are little things. Like, these things happen all the time. This one was egregious, especially on that 3rd down where the Vikings converted. This one is inexcusable. Late in the game, the Vikings have first and goal. They have 12 men on the field. You can't count refs, really, but this one takes the cake. This one takes. Again, imagine if the Vikings had somehow lost this game. It's ridiculous, but it keeps happening. It keeps happening. I'm really good at talking. It keeps happening, and again, it always goes against the Vikings. But they're still able to overcome it because, like I said, all we do is win. Win-win no matter what. But actually, I think the NFL actually likes officiating controversy because, I mean, we talk about it all week through between the games. Kind of crazy, man. But your thoughts are thoughts. The Vikings beat the Bills despite a couple questionable calls from the refs. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.